Coach, SEMO took that lead late in the fourth quarter, but you guys were able to march downfield and have that quick answer. Just talk about the kind of grit and the toughness of this team when your back's against the wall in that situation late in a game.
Yeah, that's it. That's the game. When you're playing somebody of this caliber, and you're having the swings of the game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That one's coming. You know that they're going to respond and really throw a haymaker type of a punch at you. And, you got to be able to respond and be able to handle that if you're going to have a chance to win the game. And our kids were unbelievable, with their resilience after that score by SEMO.
Coach, I know a fourth down conversion doesn't go y'all's way to get that big three possession lead there in the middle of the third quarter, but then you go again late and you look to Preston to make that slant with Daquan Dallas. What are you feeling in that moment from a confidence standpoint between your quarterback and your wide receiver to make that play for the go-ahead score?
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, Preston did an incredible job. I just was talking, earlier about how for some reason when you say a quarterback manages a game, it's almost like you're a negative connotation, but when you manage the game, that means so much to your football team. And I thought he did an incredible job getting the ball in the hands of the right people. And Coach Hodges did, an incredible, job with that as well, being the play caller. But Preston really did great at knowing when to pull it, when to give it, throwing the ball to the right guy as far as the reads, what the coverage showed. And, I had confidence in him, with that fourth down. I felt like in the third, I thought, this could be a big thing, get it to 3 possessions. I thought with a field goal, it's still a 2-possession game, and we're down there, and our defense was playing good too. I mean, a lot goes into it. And I thought, well, if we don't get it, we're helping our defense who's playing really, really good, and we might just get it back and not too bad a field position anyhow.
Coach, you talked about that defense. You guys hold SEMO to under 200 total yards. What is it about this defensive unit that makes them so successful?
First of all, I think, Coach Sanders and defensive staff does an incredible job teaching fundamentals and teaching the scheme and keeping it simple so the kids can play really, really hard. And then I think our kids believe in it. I think they believe in what the coaches are telling them. And, they are, when you believe and you're bought in, then you play 100, you give 100% of yourself and you play really, really fast. And I think that's a big, big part, what they're selling, the kids are buying, and everybody's on the same page.
Coach, they scored in the fourth quarter with 2 touchdowns within a minute's time. What did you tell your kids to to calm them and let them know, hey, let's regroup? What were the special magic words that you said? Because obviously you had an answer.
Well, I mean, there's no special magic words. I mean, the kids either believe and are resilient or they're not, and I just think we got a group that does believe and they are resilient and they feed off of each other, and they're big in wanting to encourage their teammates when things aren't going well. So had a lot of guys stepping up, saying, hey, we can do this. That's okay. Don't let that one bother you. We're going to be fine. Let's they threw a punch. Let's throw a punch back.
The punch you threw back, you were able to kind of march down the field and I mean, your running game, Spoon was able to have some nice runs. What was it, the game plan? Did anything change after they kind of gained momentum, or I feel like your side kind of still stayed calm?
Yeah, I think our whole line kind of relished in that moment. I mean, big men lead the way. And when you're in that point of the game, the 4-minute game, it's all about, the guy that, wants to show toughness and wants to, put his pads on you and open up holes for a running back. They like looking for that guy because they know they don't have to be perfect. He can make some guys miss. He can fit through some little holes and he's tough, but I think it starts, with the O-line, big men lead the way. And I think they just did an incredible job, with their toughness, their resilience, and just how hard they played.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Coach, I know obviously in that situation when Rice flips out to the right side, tries to get a good throw to Lamartez Brooks, ends up being a good read by Semo for the pick six. You could have steered away offensively from Lamartez and looked for other guys. Instead, on the game-winning drive, you get Lamartez a jet sweep for 30 yards. What sort of trust or what sort of expectation do you have out of Lamartez Brooks in offensive situations with the game on the line?
Well, just that. I mean, we talk all the time about our guys. Their most important ability is dependability, and you can depend on Tez Brooks. He's a very dependable kid. He does things the right way. He cares about his teammates, and you can put the ball in his hands, and he's going to do what he's been coached to do and give it 100%.
Coach, as far as Witherspoon goes, well, what's it like having a guy that you can put that kind of trust in, especially late in the game, to kind of grind out a win?
I mean, like I said, our guys like blocking for him, and so that thing just kind of, pings and pongs, yings and yangs off each other. He likes to run the ball hard. They like to block for him. So it works together. And usually a young kid like that, as you say, usually that trust factor has to be built. But we kind of knew what we had in signing him, and he's been everything that we, thought that he was going to be and more since we've gotten here.
Coach, we've talked all about this game, but this is obviously a big win for y'all's start. Not only did Semo get the fall to try and play a few games and get their season started a little early, but they came into this game ranked. What was the celebration process, or how do you guys absorb the amount of success that comes with a win like this?
Celebration, we just, got in the locker room and sang the fight song. Kids are really, really excited. I told them, we got make sure we take care of each other, protect our brother in word and deed, what we do tonight. And, we'll get back to work against a very tough Tennessee Tech team come Tuesday.